Did y'all know that we can walk and chew gum at the same time, Team Taco? Fake ass patriots. Filthy traitorous garbage. Did you know that? We can. Us people that ain't all maggot up in the cult, we can multitask. Yeah, we ain't easily distracted like you're pretending to be. I told you before, we're like Windows 11, you know. We're like the state-of-the-art operating system, while y'all are PC DOS. Yeah, with a little blinking cursor that you have no idea what to do with at all. Nothing. I'm going to tell you what you could do. Hit Control Alternate Delete. You could do that. Do yourself the soft reboot there. You know, sometimes that helps. Sometimes it does. It clears out the cobwebs. It probably wouldn't help with y'all. Most definitely wouldn't help with y'all. But you could just power off. You could do that. Power off, walk away. That would be the best thing for you. There's your solution. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that we're not distracted like you're pretending to be. We still remember things, y'all. Even while he's throwing out all this stuff about while he's going in there and federalizing up the Washington, D.C.s and stuff, we know why he's doing it. We know exactly why he's doing it. And it ain't for the reasons why you think we think. That's what's wild about it. You try to think for us. You're thinking wrong. We know why he's doing it. You're pretending like you don't. That's crazy, ain't it? But see, anyway, we're not distracted by that. We're also not distracted by Obamagate. We ain't distracted by it because we know ain't nothing ever going to come of it. That's a distraction for y'all to hang on to because y'all know it's a distraction too. And you're trying to believe that we're distracted by it. We're not. That's the thing. We can multitask. That's my point. We still remember something else that y'all are pretending you can't remember. Where are the Jeffrey Epstein files? We remember that. Where are the Jeffrey Epstein files? Why is Donald F. and Trump covering up for Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein? Wow. That right there, we want to get to the bottom of that right there because we actually do care about criminals, crime. You know, we want to prosecute people that was diddling on little kids. We actually want to. You're pretending like you don't care anymore for some reason. I know why, because you're watching a cover up and it's Donald F. and Trump. You know, you can't let him be exposed for what he is. We already know that. This is just going to be the evidence, the proof that you need to see. That's why he don't want you to see it. Hey, here's another crazy thing about that. Whatever's in those files is so, I was going to say detrimental, y'all. That's a big word for y'all. Man, it's so damning. That's probably a big one too. Anyway, it's so bad for Donald F. and Trump that he don't even want you to see it. And you could physically walk up on him while he was in the act of diddling on a little kid, and you'd say that was fake news. That you took it out of context. Took it out of context. That's what you would do. So there's something so bad in there that he don't even want you to see it. And you could tell. I mean, look, let me explain something to you. Everybody knows that they were besties, Donald F. and Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, since at least the 1980s. Yeah, besties. Ghislaine Maxwell knows everything about what they did together. Pillow talk. The pillow talk while she was out there diddling on little kids with Jeffrey Epstein, they were pillow talking it up. He told her all about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff or the Donald Trump stuff. If she wasn't there, in fact, eyewitnessed. You know what I mean? So anyway, she's got dirt on Donald F. and Trump. Definitely got dirt on him. You can also tell because what happened, see, after he went there and sent his deputy attorney general over there to question her for 9 hours and make a deal with her that says, hey, we're going to record this. Make sure that you say multiple times, Donald F. and Trump had nothing to do with any of this stuff. Make sure you say that. That way we can honor our end of the deal. Send you over there to Club Fed in Texas. They're minimum security. Put you out on work release. That way you've got an opportunity to escape there. And then Donald F. and Trump, he can say, I didn't pardon her. Nope, she escaped. She escaped. We need a manhunt. See, that right there is what you call making a deal there. A backroom deal is what they were doing. See, because that wasn't approved by anybody. That didn't follow the guidelines of how that's supposed to be structured when you move somebody like that, especially not a convicted sex offender. So anyway, the problem is that the Daily Mail did an expose there in that Tallahassee prison and talked to her cellmates who said she had dirt on Donald F. and Trump. Yeah, she said she had dirt on him and actually talked about her plan. Her plan was to carry that dirt to Joe Biden and Merrick Garland. Well, guess what? Joe Biden and Merrick Garland said they weren't interested in talking to a convicted child molester. Yeah, they didn't want to talk to her. She was already locked up. That's where she's going to stay. They didn't need no dirt on Donald Trump. See, because the Department of Justice under a legitimate administration don't work that way to begin with. And they had so much dirt on him because he was criming right in front of everybody. He wouldn't stop criming, you know. They didn't have no room for more dirt. Their wheelbarrow was full, is what I'm telling you. They got all the dirt on him, you know. They didn't need all that, and they definitely wasn't going to make a deal with her, you know. So she just sat there in that prison until Donald F. Trump was somehow put back in the White House. And then she went to him, and you can tell that he had already been thinking about that because she had filed several appeals. All of them rejected. They wouldn't hear her appeal until January 21st, and then all of a sudden her appeal was approved. What happened the day before that? Let me think about it. It was Donald F. Trump pretending to be sworn in again, y'all. That's what happened. So the very next day, the very first thing he did was get that appeal approved for her. It's almost like he was on the back of his mind. He was thinking about that already. Because he knew that he'd already made a bunch of promises to y'all about getting all that Epstein stuff done. He needed to get something taken care of. He needed to be in good favor with her, didn't he? So anyway, I'm just letting you know that we know what's going on. We're watching a cover-up, Guardians of Pedophiles, GOP. We're watching a cover-up, and you're pretending like it ain't going on. All right? That's what's happening. Oh, and by the way, we do know what's going on in Washington, D.C. It ain't about crime. See, y'all were trying to pretend like y'all think that you know what we're upset about. And you're wrong about it. You're definitely wrong about it. Because we know you're not the party of law and order. You are the people that went to Washington, D.C. and beat up 140, 150 cops up there, all right? So we don't want to hear your bullshit about crime, all right? It's not about crime. It's not. What this is about straight up racism is what it is. And you can tell because every city that he targets has a black mayor. And he knows that you know that. That's his dog whistle. You know why he needs that dog whistle? Because his poll numbers are plummeting. You know why his poll numbers are plummeting? It's because he's turning this country into a fascist dictatorship and he's ruining the economy simultaneously. Everything he touches fails. That's why. So he needs that dog whistle for all of you maggots out there to cling to. That's what it is. So you don't know a damn thing about a damn thing. You're covering up for a pedophile ring, acting like you're all distracted up on other bull crap like Obamagate. That ain't going nowhere. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that we know that you're pretending like you don't know, but you do. Okay? And we can multitask. We ain't distracted by none of this. You ought to be asking that man, where's the Epstein files like you was before, but you're not, are you? Hey, we want to see them. We want to see them. You think there's Democrats? Let's find a put up or shut up. Let's do that. Inmate Trump.